recently announced is the Joker origin movie, not starring Jared Leto, and not even connected to the existing DC Universe films. What do you think about that?
Bollocks. Simple as.
Bollocks.
Yeah. I'm sick of these timelines and stuff just being all over the place and not being related. I mean, I get the storylines with DC, like you've got Arrow, you've got Flash on TV. They're set in the same sort of place, but never intertwined or relate or say anything regarding a movie that's been out. And then you get the same sort of thing with Marvel. You ones you've got going at the minute, you dare with those stuff. You've told me the guys, and I'm not up to date with it myself, but I know that they relate to it and they say it, but nothing links directly into them. There's quite a lot going on, and they don't intertwine.
I hear what you're saying. I find that a little annoying myself, that the Daredevil, Jessica Jones, the Defenders shows don't connect to that Marvel universe. But this is a completely different thing. Like, it's just not connected at all. The creators just wanted to make a Joker movie and just have it as their own. It's kind of weird. It's written and directed by Todd Phillips of the Hangover movies.
Okay.
And produced by Martin Scorsese.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Very interesting. Yeah.
That's an interesting name to tag on that.
It really is.
I guess, for me personally, I'm not a big fan of Jared Leto, his version of the Joker. I think he's a great actor in general. Mm-hmm. His version of the Joker wasn't for me, so I'm okay with him not being in this. I think, as you were saying about the universe not interconnecting, I think it takes a lot of planning to make that work believably. Maybe more than it's worth in some cases. Like, if they had interconnected the Netflix Marvel stuff with the main Marvel cinematic, I think it might have just bogged the series down a bit too much.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it takes a lot of effort to interconnect. Go on, sorry.
So do you not feel as though they could, like obviously at the end of Marvel movies, you've got the little snippet that interconnects with the forthcoming movie?
The post-credit scene.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You could have those little sort of events within the TV shows at some particular point. It just pulls it back in and just nestles it back in with them. I'm not saying it has to be a full sort of.
I don't know if it
necessarily. Related, but
I don't know if it would necessarily make the experience any better though. It'd maybe be a little bit of fan service, a little bit of a nod, but to make the series better, I don't think it would add anything. So I'm okay that they don't do it. In terms of this Joker version, I'm in two minds about what I feel about it. I'm kind of okay that it doesn't connect to the DC universe, because the DC universe has a lot to prove. I think there's only really been one good movie, and that's Wonder Woman.
Yeah, that's great.
And one good movie doesn't make a good franchise.
I wouldn't say it's just one good movie. I did enjoy Batman v Superman.
I don't hold them in the same sort of light as Marvel.
And I did enjoy Suicide Squad too, despite its shortcomings.
But I think for me personally, I'm okay that it's not going to hitch its wagon to that franchise. But it also seems like a bit of a waste that it hasn't done that, because they're setting up this franchise here. They're putting millions and millions into setting it up, obviously trying to emulate what Marvel's done, and who can blame them?
Yeah. Absolutely.
But if they're aiming for that, then why can't you have a unified system of doing this? Why suddenly just leave one out? It just seems maybe a bit of a scattershot approach. I don't know how it'll play out, but
you mentioned you didn't like Jared Leto's Joker.
I disagree.
Sorry, go on.
I disagree. I don't think you can make too much on Jared Leto. Is it what is it? Is it his appearance, or is it his performance? What gives you that?
I think a bit of everything, to be honest. I'm not saying it was a poor performance, but just for me, it just didn't feel like it should. I
haven't seen enough yet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I haven't seen enough yet to make a fair assessment.
That's it.
I guess, but this whole sort of gangster version that they were going for is just very different from anything that we've ever seen before. That doesn't mean it's bad.
No.
But it was just didn't really feel too much like the Joker. Felt a bit like a new character.
Do you not find as though that you're comparing yourself to Heath Ledger? I mean, his portrayal of the Joker was.
Well,
You can't help but
to-
compare.
you can't help
To be
it.
honest, the guy that I compare most to, as much as Heath Ledger was amazing, is going to be
Obviously, Cesar Romero.
It's gonna. I always compare myself to Mark Hamill's Joker. I always compare it to what you see in Arkham Asylum, what you see in some of the comics, what you see in I guess Batman the animated series.
But that's not
definitive.
a physical person, is it? That's a voice. That's an over voice.
True, but that's
Still a great portrayal.
Oh,
that's my.
Don't get me wrong. I
This
think
is
Mark
my
Hamill's
definitive.
voice is great.
This is my definitive Joker, though. This is what I see the Joker, and they don't all have to be the same, but that's like the pinnacle of Joker for me. And I think of all the on-screen versions we've seen of the Joker, excluding the campy 60s series, Jared Leto's was the poorest.
As it pertains to the actor, though, Leonardo DiCaprio is currently in the running. How do you feel about him playing the Joker?
It's an interesting one.
It is.
He seems to be an actor who wouldn't strike me as going for that kind of thing. He's a very serious actor, and always has been a very serious, dramatic actor. Barring, I guess you could say, Wolf of Wall Street wasn't necessarily a drama as such. He's a fantastic actor. If he thinks he can take on the role, then I'm willing to give it a go.
Yeah, fair play to him.
Particularly if Scorsese's involved, because Scorsese and he have a very good relationship and a very good history in film.
Scorsese loves his actors. It's certainly interesting. I'd like to see some some more range from him. Not that he's bad in any way, but it'd be cool to see him don the paint, as it were.
I guess now he finally got that Oscar, he's able to branch out a bit more now.
Yeah, that's true.
He doesn't have to keep doing these serious Oscar films to try and get something.
I was reading some rumors about the movie. Some people are speculating that maybe this is a trial run for a new Joker to be brought into the existing DCU. People are thinking that maybe via a Flashpoint that could happen.
What's that?
Flashpoint. It's from Flash. So it's a time created by the Flash in error. He's never.
Flash can go so fast he can alter time, make a new timeline, make a timeline that has this Joker replace the existing one. They can essentially do anything with the Flash in the universe right now.
Yeah, you've not watched the Flash and Arrow and things like that, have you?
No, I've not seen
the
that show.
DC versions of the TV series because they have that Flashpoint in it. It's a massive it's now spanned and created the next season, the seasons where it's gone, and obviously spoilers and stuff. Barry Allen is now currently stuck within the Time Force.
Interesting.
With the TV series.
It seems a little knee-jerk to do something like that. I know Jared Leto wasn't well received as the Joker.
Yeah.
But like you said, we've not seen a lot of him. I think there's maybe like 10-15 minutes, in fact not even that, of him in the Suicide Squad. So it's hardly like we've seen the range of what he can do as Joker.
Having the Flash be capable of something like that opens up just a lot of possibilities. I would love to see a Batman Flashpoint, for instance. Like you saw in Batman v Superman, his parents, Thomas and Martha, were played by, I can't remember the actor's name, Negan from The Walking Dead. And the other girl from The Walking Dead. I'm so bad with names right now. Fucking Glenn's girlfriend. Maggie. What's her name?
Maggie.
I can't remember the actors' names.
Lauren Cohen.
Lauren Cohen and Jeffrey Dean Morgan play Batman's parents. Now, in the comic for Batman Flashpoint, Bruce dies during that shooting instead of Martha and instead of his parents, and Thomas goes on to become Batman. Martha goes insane and becomes the Joker. It's an interesting little plot. And using those two actors, I'd be interested to see that on the screen.
Yeah, especially because you got them in there, and I really wanted those two actors to have something at least to say. It's just it's like a slow cutscene, isn't it? It's the opening scenes.
It almost seems like a waste of those two actors. Yeah.
Do you think they'll risk something like that on the big screen though? To do that in a series,
I
like
don't.
The Flash, fair enough, but to do
Yeah,
it in
Now
these multi-million-dollar.
I don't
movies.
personally think they would do it. It would be nice, however.
they've touched on it though. They have touched on it. They brought Flash come through in one of Batman's
They did.
visions. He came through and started talking to him.
Oh
so
yeah,
they,
yeah.
they have related
So-
to Flashpoint, or at least some sort of time travel in the movies themselves. So I don't think that's out of the question. I mean, that is a
They can essentially do
possibility.
anything with the Flash. If they fuck something up, they can go all X-Men on it and just alter the timeline.
Yeah.
Flash is their get out of Arkham free card, I suppose.